Hello, chickadees, chickadoos, and chickadon'ts. Welcome to Unbowed Oracle with Sandra. I just had a vision, and I had to look it up because I'm like, I kind of figured what it was, but I had to confirm it, and it's say it. Let me explain what it was. It was and if you like this reading, please like, share, and comment. I would appreciate it. And I want to thank you guys so much for the support that you gave my last video. I am so thankful and grateful to you guys. That was a beautiful expression of support. Because I'm telling you, I wanted it, but I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. And I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, to the vision. The vision was, I'm trying to take a little nap here. It's raining, so it's a good time to take a nap. I'm thinking, and I'm closing my eyes, had my eyes closed, and I see a merry-go-round. And then I see an old sandal on a merry-go-round. The merry-go-round wasn't spinning, because I was able to, it was stationary. And it was an old dirty sandal. And there was also another little shoe, a smaller shoe, maybe a child's shoe. But anyway, it woke me up, because when I get those visions, they like hit me and I wake up. Oh, even when I'm meditating, when they come, they like bam. And I'm like, what is that? I say, okay, that's a merry-go-round is something like a circle going in circles. But it's not you going in circles, because that wasn't your shoe. The shoe was dirty and worn, and there was another little shoe next to it. And I'm like, well, it's got to be a younger person, and it looked like a man's shoe, and it wasn't mine. So that was pretty much what the and I was thinking, well, somebody's going through something. They feel like they're going in circles, but they stop. They can get off. They can get off the merry-go-round. Get some new shoes. Now the kid's shoes, the child's shoe was pristine, perfect. But the adult shoe, male shoe, wasn't. And I'm thinking, I'm like, just get off the merry-go-round. Thinking to myself. But anyway, and at first I thought it was about me, but then I realized, I said, well, that shoe wouldn't fit you. That shoe wouldn't fit. So whatever's going on, it's not about you. Maybe something you're concerned about, and yes, it is, because I tend to, have compassion for other people. But it says, a merry-go-round with a single dirty outside sandal symbolizes a disrupted life cycle and the intrusion of someone else's unresolved baggage into your space. It suggests you are witnessing the leftovers of a journey that doesn't belong to you, prompting you to examine what you are carrying. The combination of these symbols holds a few distinct spiritual reflections. Stop cycles. A merry-go-round represents a repeating life cycle, stagnation, or going around in circles. The sandal resting on it suggests that someone's past burdens, choices, or stains are currently halting or anchoring that cycle, meaning they're stuck. Another's journey is the second explanation. The fact that the sandal isn't yours and doesn't fit means you are observing or dealing with the unresolved karma, path, or energy of a third party. You may be acting as a vessel or witness for someone else's spiritual release. And third, it has spiritual cleansing. Spiritually, sandals and shoes often symbolize our earthly walk, spiritual foundation, and life mission. A dirty sandal highlights outgrown struggles, a period of spiritual contamination, or a need to shake off the dust of past mistakes. The imagery points to a season of realizing that you cannot live someone else's journey or carry their weight for them. It serves as a reminder to establish firm energetic boundaries. Boundaries. Whatever it is, it's not mine to carry. And that's a good lesson for us, especially on our journey. And as empaths, we tend to feel what other people feel, carry what other people feel, And it's not our job. We can advise that person. If they don't listen, that's on them. You know? But the cycle, they're in control. And if it's a child, that's different. But if it's an adult, you don't carry that. Okay? And don't let anybody guilt you into it. Try to talk you into it like a salesman trying to sell you something you don't want. It's not mine. I don't want it. We're not doing that. So I'm going to look at these cards and see what they say. Is this, or the cards going to confirm even further for us what I just read and what I already knew? So I'm going to do some angel numbers first, because we can't be burdened with other people. We got enough to carry. Enough. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors, archangels, divine beings, celestial beings of the highest white light. What did y'all send that message to me for? Because it woke me up. 333, social skills, hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Oh, yeah, I'm not letting my ego get the best of me, because your ego can get you. You could be in a because when you're working in your ego, people can easily take you out of your frequency, take you out of your vibration, because you're trying to be right. You're trying to prove a point, and we're beyond that now. We are beyond that. And see, you have hope, optimism, liberation, success. So that's back to that merry-go-round in the shoe. If you keep holding on to somebody else's, you're not going to have hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, or enthusiasm, because you'll have it for yourself. But when you're carrying somebody else's, it's going to negate it. It's going to block it out. And you carrying dead weight. I hate to put it like that, but that was very concerning. 1919 cycles. Are you kidding me? Cycles. I kid you not. Cycles. Yes. And this card just flipped out. What does it say? It says find balance. Yeah. And I think that was talking to me. Find balance. Meaning, don't absorb that. Don't carry that weight. This reading may be for me, guys, but you can peep in on on me, and you can get something out of it too. I figured I'd share it. You know, the relationships in our lives, we got to carry our own. 24, good times. Well, it looks like the cycles, if you follow this. Oh, 1919. Cycles, karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control, because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. So you get in a karma clearing. The cycles that we go through is to clear your karma, right? Not to do the same thing over again and gain the same karma. You're just going around in circles on a hamster wheel. What you need to do is learn the lessons. This is like a warning, maybe for me. A warning, judgment, maybe judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth. In the end, you're going to have rebirth. This is all part of the rebirth, is clearing karma. Doing the shadow work, trying to stay in a high vibration, but it's not always the highest of vibrations. You can stay in a high vibration, but it's not always the highest. And what you need to do is do the shadow work so that you can get through to the end, to the rebirth. 2424, good times, leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, kindness, happiness. That doesn't mean you can't be kind and pleasant and affectionate and loving, but you still have to give yourself what it needs first. Self-care, leisure, rest, and all those other things for other people. You got to give that to yourself first. And it says you are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you are on the same page and can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good luck. Good luck. Spirit guides. Progress. Justice. Structures. Systems. Processes. Conditioning and rules. You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. I already have. I'm on here. I started this channel. That's success for me. And then you guys supporting me. That was just, I'm so proud. I'm just so proud. And then the last thing is observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall into place. Now this says pieces. That better be a misprint. Fall into place. So you got good luck on your side. You can empathize with people, but you don't have to carry it. You can be loving and kind, and the loving is the most important thing. You don't have to carry their load. If you can help them, that's great. If you're in a position to help them. But if you're not, don't imposition yourself and carry someone else's load. And 111 was on the bottom of the deck. And that's intuition, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. Time to implement long-cherished ideas. You are on the right track toward making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. You guys have been sent my way. Okay? This is my dream. And it said, and the rest is happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. Okay? Maybe when I was falling asleep, I wasn't trusting the process as much as I say. You know? But the ancestors came through, didn't they? The ancestors, the angel spirit. Ooh, they came through. Wow. Let's see what the Akashic Record have to say about the merry-go-round. First card out. Ooh, what's this? Get out of here. It's speak your truth. This is on the top of the deck. Speak your truth. And that card says, you stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. And the thing that merry-go-round was saying, no, can't do it. I can love you, I can support you, but I can't do it. And then we split the deck and it says, listen. You can listen to them. Sometimes you don't have to jump in and help. You just have to listen. And it says, you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. Okay, take action. I had to think on that a little bit. Take action. Your inner voice is speaking to you, so please listen before it starts shouting. If there's something in your life and it starts shouting. All right, let's see. Okay. Jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take the leap anyway. This is that time. The cards are saying it's time for you to put yourself first, put your dreams first. You know how you put your dreams on hold for other people? Now it's time to cheerlead yourself and do your dream, make your dreams come true. This is the time. Now, use your own discernment. Don't go out there quitting your job, leaving your marriage, and all of this other stuff. No, do it in a logical, thoughtful way. That's best for your highest good. But don't stay in something that's dangerous for you, or toxic. All right, dependence. And it says, there's something or someone you are clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. Are y'all liking the theme? It's so spot on for me. But you got the warrior spirit. You got the warrior spirit on the bottom, which says relentless commitment to approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. That don't kind of make sense to me, but okay. What about you guys? Relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. So you have a forceful nature. Any challenge, you can meet it head on. Don't worry about it. You're strong. Your inner strength. You've been tested. You've been crowned. And now some more tests. Take the high road. So in a situation, like we were just saying, and it may flare up. That person may not agree with how you feel. And you may not agree with them. But, you just agree to disagree. And then move on. If they feel some kind of way about it and don't want to move on, let them stay there. You keep moving forward. You're at an impasse with a relationship or situation. It's now time to think bigger. Release desired outcomes and take the most positive course of action. Yes, do what's for the highest good of you and that person. Ooh, I like that this is a horse, a fire horse. But it's not a fire horse. It's just a regular horse with some flowers on it. So choose peace. Yes, and take the high road. If harsh words were spoken, then that could happen. Forgive them, forgive yourself, and take the high road. And if this applies to you, if any of this applies to you, because it most certainly applies to me. Because you're going to meet these challenges, baby. Just because you're crowned don't mean you're not human. All right, miracles. Miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Remember I was telling you about my treasure box and how every day I look for a tiny miracle, and sometimes I get blown away by big ones. There's miracles happen all day, every day. They're not even miracles. It's just regular stuff that's supposed to happen anyway. But we call them miracles because we don't pay attention. But I like that word, miracle. So start paying attention to those tiny miracles in your life. It could be your grandkids learning how to tie their shoe. It could be if you work in a hospital and somebody had eaten in a couple of days and they able to eat. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. Because they couldn't eat. They could have starved to death. And one more. We're going to do 5. Yeah. Ooh, that's the one you want. Trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. You've got this. You've got this. I'm sorry. You've worked hard to get this far, and you have the ability to create the things you desire. Learning to trust in yourself and your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. And stay, try to stay as high in vibration as you possibly can. And I know it's hard because people see your light and they see you happy and they want some of that happiness, okay? Of course they do. Who wouldn't? Your energy is delicious. It's supreme. And it's crowned. It's royal. Who wouldn't want that? But they got to work and get it themselves. And you have to trust in yourself and trust that you're making the right decision to allow them to go on their path and to do you, to walk your path and to see the glorious things that are in store for you, because you've been given gifts and Spirit wants you. And one of the gifts is knowing what your purpose is. You're going to figure it out sooner or later. Within a week or two, you're going to know what your purpose is and you're going to do it. And you're going to be focused. And you're going to have trust in yourself. And you're going to believe in the little miracles. Okay? And on the bottom of the deck, it says, speak your truth again. That's what I've been doing. Speaking my truth. Silent. Yeah, because I took too long to do this. I stayed quiet, silent too long. I should have been done this. Should have been started my channel, but here I am. And I hopefully won't have any distractions. This is a gift. I've considered it a privilege that you guys are letting me do these readings for you, and that you have the time and attention and the thought and the energy to watch them. That means a lot. Now let's do fortune teller. I like these. Man. So there we go. It says, a forgotten spell will bring unexpected joy. Now, it's something you used to do that was magical and you forgot about it. What did you used to do that was magical? As a child, maybe in school, maybe on your job right now, and you just don't do it anymore because you forgot. Or maybe you thinking the magic is out of you, but the magic never goes away. So that forgotten thing, maybe you used to hum, maybe you used to sing, maybe you used to dance, maybe you used to go roller skating, maybe you used to knit, maybe something, or maybe you used to speak poetry, something special and unique to you that you used to do that was actually a spell. Okay, whatever makes you feel good is a spell, because it brings in abundance. Positive vibrations bring in abundance. It's a spell. It's not going in the kitchen cooking something up and trying to hurt somebody. No, it's regular things. Something you used to do. You used to write songs, but that's a spell. You used to cook a good meal for your family, but you don't cook as much anymore. Go cook something. Yeah. Used to go walking in the park and bird watch. You choose. Remember what made you feel good. That's what I'm calling a spell. Forget all that hocus pocus stuff and cauldrons. That's a spell. I didn't tell you, this is what I did. I'm starting to use my drum. I have a drum, an African drum. And so when I'm doing my affirmations, I make it a song and I beat the drums. So not only am I feeling, and the longer I do it, the more the vibration that I have, that I send out into the universe, and the universe believes what you say, yes, but it resonates with how you feel. And if the higher your vibration goes, and the drums had me going, the movement, the speaking it into existence, That was fantastic. And I did that last Friday, and I'm going to make that a regular part of my practice. My grounding sessions, especially today since I can't go outside because it's raining. I can't sit in the grass. I probably could, but no, I think I don't want to get sick. It's time to stay healthy. Okay, a magical encounter will change your life forever. Ooh, you're gonna meet somebody, and it's gonna be magical. And magical is what's magical to you. I can't define that. You have to define what's magical to you. Magical is the things that make you feel good to me, but you define it. Your magical abilities are growing. Use them wisely. So since you got your crowns, since you've elevated, since your spiritual ranking and status has improved, your magical abilities, those gifts, I would love to see if y'all noticed any difference since Sunday. Because I'm going to tell you what I can do. I realized I looked at somebody and I saw their aura. I could feel energy before it comes. I told y'all that. But I know somebody who can see auras. And I'm like, how I can feel the energy? How is it that I can feel the energy, but I don't see the auras? Well, today, for the first day, I saw somebody's aura. The energy was kind of, what was it? The energy was good, but then I saw the aura. And I was like, that was more confirmation that this was a good person. I don't know if he's good all the time, but he's good. In that moment, he was very in his aura. And it was rainbow. It was multicolored, and it was like shooting out, like all around his head and his shoulders. I was like, wow. Wow. All right. And the last, well, I'm going to do one more. Sacred symbol will bring you protection and guidance. So whatever you have that's sacred to you, use it to bring you protection and guidance. It could be what is it? What do we call these things? These are, gemstones. Man, I'm having a brain fart. What are they called? Quartz. Some quartz. Get you some gems, some stones, some whatever. What do they call those other things? Anything that you feel protects you. A blanket, a book, like, things that guide and protect you. Okay? Just a symbol. It could be a picture, a painting on a wall, a picture of your kids or your parents or somebody you know is a very good protector and a guide. And they don't have to necessarily be in this realm. They can be, like we called in the ancestors and the spirit guides, all of them. It can be them. If you don't have anybody, else, call on your ancestors. Okay, a guardian angel is watching over you. Feel their presence. Okay, I feel mine. I know that's who gave me that download. That gave me that vision. I feel them around me all the time. And when I go in my bedroom, I try to close my door. I don't close it all the way, but when I close it, they come right behind me and open it all the way. Grand entrance. I'm like, excuse me. It's my grandmother, Irma. But she's like, who you should try to close the door on, young lady? I'm like, I actually have two grandmothers because I'm adopted, but I didn't know either one of them. I had three, actually. My dad, four. They keep adding up. Because I'm adopted, I have two grandmothers and two grandfathers. You get it? Wait. Two families, two sets. I'm a little dizzy right now because I was kind of stirred in my sleep. Admire, inspire. Oh, somebody, okay, we're doing the Soul Symphony deck, and we're going to do this oracle, and then we're going to do a couple of cards from the tarot, and we're going to call it a day. I'm going to go back and get my nap, because rest is just as important as everything else. This card on the top was admire. Somebody is inspired by you. You have an emotional bond, telepathic love. Ooh, you got telepathy. And you can sing? Or you like music? Yeah, you can use a song even, yeah, for inspiration. Or play music, yes. I said the drums, but I didn't think of my favorite thing is music. Just make sure it's low, high vibrational, okay, guys? Nothing. Oh, I saw that denial there. Third party, risk. Love triangle, relationship, the other woman or the other man, secret hookups. Oh, okay, and risk. Partner to partner, unsafe decisions, not thinking. Ooh, okay. This third party issue was a risk for somebody. Y'all out here doing third parties, don't. It's not worth it. And then be protected. Don't take a gamble on yourself or your life. Visit, unexpected visit, phone call, knock, riding by your house. So somebody riding by your house, or somebody wants to come and visit, or they just might come and visit unexpectedly, or they'll call or text, send an email. So expect that, okay? Hope it's not the third party. It won't be. Let's go one more time. Yeah. Now, third party, a relationship, this ain't an other woman, but yeah, it's a love triangle. You can't make that positive. But here's a union. Oh, I see what's happening here. Somebody had a third party, took a risk, and lost somebody. Now, I don't know who lost whom, but now they want to come back around. They want to spin the block, as they call it. And looks like there's going to be a reconciliation. Coming back, second chance, rebuilding. Use your discernment. Okay? Use your discernment. It sounds beautiful to have a reconciliation. And it's with an earth sign. Either you're an earth sign, or they're an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Oh. They calling names. Basically, you don't get anything like, It's just saying, there's going to be a reconciliation with an earth sign. It could be both earth signs, or it could be one earth sign. Let me see something. But before you reconsider a union, it didn't say reunion, it said union. Before all of that, make sure you love yourself first and foremost. I was a split of the deck. I think I want one more card. I'm nosy. Earth signs? Maybe two earth signs. Family. It's for the family. Union. It may not even be about all of this. Ooh, what if it's not the other woman? Or, okay. It could be family. Maybe there's something going on in the family, and it need to build a foundation and feeling safe and starting a family. This works out fine with the earth sign. Ooh. And family. Okay, yeah. But, or maybe somebody was thinking about a third party, decided not to risk it, and went to the person, place, or thing that they love. They followed their heart. And they got a union, and it's an earth sign. Maybe two earth signs, but at least one. And they're building a family. Capricorn, yeah. Or maybe somebody was busybodying in their relationship. Not necessarily have to be that. It could be somebody just being nosy. Always in their business. All right, we're good on that. We're good on that one. All right, now it's time for the tarot. And we're going to use... Should we use the beautiful tarot? Yeah. I want to lift our spirits. Let's use... Before we do that, let's use the Magical Spirit Oracle. Because we're talking about magic. First card on the top is, you're a badass. It says, darling, don't you remember? You're a badass. Keep winging it. The fairy. Blessings, flow, and magical energy. And I want to tell you a little story about once I was meditating. Well, actually, I wasn't meditating. What I was doing was falling asleep. I meditated and was falling asleep. And I see this vision of me and a white woman with a bob haircut from like the 1920s sitting outside of a restaurant, you know, al fresco. I think that's what they call it. And I'm wondering why I'm sitting there. You know, I be in these places and I'm like, how did I get here? Because I astral travel, that's how. And I time travel. And I'm sitting there and she says, darling, if it seems we're powerful, it is because you are. She said, if it seems that I'm powerful, it is because we are. And she picked up her champagne flute, and I had one too, and we clicked glasses as a toast. And I'm like, really? And then I woke up. You know? And and this card reminded me of that so much. That was cool. She didn't say I was a badass. She just said I was powerful. When she said we, I knew she was talking about me. All right. What is it? You don't need it all figured out. The gifted guide. Stars, chaos, opportunity. Yeah. You know, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to solve the whole problem. You just have to solve the next step. And you know, sometimes when we look at the things, the big picture sort of thing, sometimes we gotta narrow in on the details, you know, because it's intimidating and overwhelming to try to look at all of it at once. Let's look at what can we do right now. How can we fix this or improve this or start this in this moment? What can I do it right now? What needs to be handled? Then we have the Great Goddess. Ooh, Great Goddess. All right, the Great Goddess is transcendence, divinity, and Shakti. Which Shakti, I think, is Lord. No, I'm gonna take the Lord off. She was one of his wives, and you are a great goddess, or you're being acknowledged. And you may even be having energetic visits or channeling Shakti, goddess energy. You may be embodying goddess energy right now, and that's beautiful. And you're going to need that. Magical. Okay. You are worthy of beautiful things. The servant queen. Divine, magnetic, valuable. You are deserving to put yourself first and enjoy what you work hard for. Okay? Even if you don't work hard for it, you are abundant. You have to stay in a vibration to bring those things to you. You know what I'm saying? That's work. That's energetic work. And that's powerful. And that takes just as much energy as anything else. Being creative and keeping yourself buoyant or energetically aligned with what you want. With your, be on the right frequency. And one more. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. The awakened dead. Resilience, nirvana, self-appreciation. You had a transformation, didn't we? Yeah. You had a death and rebirth. Sunday. And ascension. Now that's card number 7. Then there's 3. The energy of the number 2. The energy of the number 3 and 2, which is 5, and 0, which is God. The number 3, which is creativity. And I think I just was saying that you have to be creative in your energy and attracting, and also in your goddess energy as well. Be creative. That's why it's 3 and 2. You have to be creative and balance and be in flow to receive and to give. And then there's 16 is number 7. And the bottom of the deck is liberation. You gotta free your mind, free your body, free your spirit. You just gotta be free. Oh, and it says that. Free spirit, wild and authentic. And authenticity. The universe responds to authenticity as well. Yeah. Can't fake the funk with the universe. Okay? It knows if you're not getting something, that's because you're not on that vibration. It doesn't respond to what, it listens, but will it respond? You have to be it. And you have to get yourself in that vibration. I use tools, but sometimes I can get in it on my own. Do what it takes to stay in that vibration. And to invite the abundance. I'm gonna go ahead and use these cards because they're right here. And this is the Good Tarot. And let's see what they say. Good Tarot. Angels, ancestors, spirit. What do you want us to know? Because I really need your help right here with these tarot cards. Thank you. Justice. Wow. 11. Alignment. 3 of Cups. 3 of Waters is 3 of Cups. Let's keep going. I won't explain because sometimes, let me see, if it's staying in the if we stand on track. Justice. For 2 cards. Ooh. 5 of Waters. Okay. All right. Okay. Sun card. We'll do. I'm going to do 7. Oh, 7 cards. 4 of Air. Okay. 8 of Earth. Ooh, 5 of Fire. All right. So we have somebody celebrating justice after going through, but they had to go through some regrets. They have, it's not all good regrets, but the sun is shining so bright that the sun is shining over everything. Okay? It's over everything. It's at the end of this row. Then you have the 4 of Air, where this person needs to, it's something that's being put to rest. Not exactly happy about it. She don't look very happy about putting it to rest, but that's the best. That's for the best to get her big success. Some things have to be, put to rest. And then she has an 8. Ooh, it's saying, put to rest work? And competition? Is competition at a place that's competitive? A workplace that's competitive, maybe toxic? Seven of air, yeah, backstabbing. Let that go. Put it to rest. You'll be happier. You would be happier if you let that go. Apparently. Let me get one more. I don't know. That interpretation. What's that? It popped out. Page of fire. Find a new inspiration. Ooh. Yeah. That's going to make you happy. It fell right under the sun. Yeah, because all this other stuff, you know, you got your justice and you got to celebrate, but you're still not fulfilled. You're still having some regrets about this, most likely being in having to let something go, like a work job, something that you did, but it wasn't, you know, it was competitive, it was toxic. You even saw the Seven of Swords. It was lots of backstabbing and betrayal. But after that, you get to go to a page of fire, which is a page of wands. The fires are wands, y'all. The earth's coins and air's what are the air is swords, and the cups of water. The water are cups. So well, I don't know if this is connected to the reading, or maybe it's about not a job. Maybe it's like put something to rest because it's too much fighting around it. Too much, you know. Let it put something to rest. Oh. Okay. Has nothing to do about work. Okay. I mean, it's work, but it's not a job work. It's put aside competition. You're competing. Step out of the competition. Don't work so hard competing. Work hard finding your passion. Work hard with your new inspiration, your new passion. Put that to rest. Put the competitive working, or whatever you working on, put that to rest, because it's bringing conflict, and you want to be inspired. Or maybe the conflict is inspiring you. I don't know. Could be. You take it how it resonates. And on the bottom, you got the message of waters. That's the Knight of Cups. Self-love. You came out. Self-love. I mean, you got the sun. The sun shining on everything, exposing everything, letting you see what's happening. You got your justice. Things worked in your favor. You even celebrate. You know what? The ancestors. I call the Three of Cups the ancestors. The ancestors helped you get your justice, right? And you still wasn't, you know, you had regrets because it had to get to it had to take all that. But at the end of the day, you ended up being successful. It was successful. And then you come over here and you know from now on, though, you have to not get into that. You know, don't use your energy. I'm going to call this energy, the Eight of Earth energy. Don't use your rest. Don't use your energy competing. Use your energy to be inspired, not competition. Use your energy for your work on your passions, not competing with others. Compete with yourself, with your inner passions. Okay? And the sun will shine even brighter. Ooh. Okay. And on the bottom, and then in all of that, you're going to come to yourself. You're going to either get an offer of love, or start loving on yourself with the messenger of water. And the messenger of water is the Knight of Cups. You might meet your nice young man or woman who is very loving, emotion, have the things that you need emotionally. Or, well, you shouldn't need anything emotional, but have the things that compliment you, because you already in self-love, or you headed in that way. But you should be. You've been crowned. You're there. But if not, we have to do tune-ups every now and then. We have days where we always love ourselves, but we don't always feel at our best. I mean, that's just reality. We're not being Pollyanna here. And that was a really good reading. So it might go back to the fact of carrying. Now, how does this work towards carrying other people's well, working hard. They're telling you to put something to rest, right? Put whatever you carrying for somebody else to rest, because you're working too hard doing that. And it's causing conflict. It's causing inner conflict for you. And you can't pursue your dreams because you're busy over here in conflict, inner turmoil, or even with another person trying to help somebody, working for somebody else. Work for yourself. If and that proves your self-love to yourself. Look, see what I mean? That's the love. That's the self-love. And until you do that, though, you're going to always be in this Nine of Swords. If you don't start putting yourself first, you're going to be in the Nine of Swords. This is, just one way of looking at it. You have the answers for your life. This is just a little guide. You don't have to do it. In fact, I encourage you to not use the cards. Use your intuition. Go within, analyze your life, and do what's best for you. If you enjoyed this, I'm telling y'all, I'm still sleeping. If you enjoyed this video today, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. I would appreciate that so much. And thank you for your time. And thank y'all for watching the last video and giving it such great support. I was shocked, to be honest with you. I loved it though. I'm not lying. I loved it. Spirit said, a voice within me said, go ahead, try it. Do your thing. I gave you the gifts. You've got to use them. You can't sit on them. It's not that they're going to take them back, but we need to use our gifts, because people need to hear these messages. They need to hear your music. They need to read your book. They need to have you have a listening ear and give good advice. You're needed. And on that note, I'm going to say, have a great rest of your day. I love y'all. Bye-bye.